Self-reliance, it's more than just an idea. It's a way of life. It's the small steps we take every day to create, to build, and to grow. Whether it's learning a new skill, making the most of what we have, or taking that bold step towards independence, self-reliance is the key to unlocking our true potential. Welcome, I'm Theodore Henry, and today on Jamaica Magazine, we explore what it means to depend on yourself, to trust in your own abilities, and to embrace the journey of personal growth. More after this.
So, Bonnie, you renew your road license yet?
Babes, the road have me away. I can't even find time, but you know money I have to make.
Because see, I shall out them money the back for late fee and record fee when you sit down make your road license expire upon you.
Well, transport authority so we can apply online. And that me I got to know.
Operators of public passenger vehicles and commercial carriers, renew your road license before April 1 and avoid late penalty. A message from the Transport Authority.
Good day, I'm Lisa Rowe and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, March 12, 2025. Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Favour Williams, delivered a suite of good news during her historic opening of the 2025-2026 budget debate on Tuesday as the first female to head the ministry. With a theme of resilience and strengthening growth, the minister said the budget reflected fiscal discipline.
We come to the people of Jamaica with a balanced budget and no new taxes.
Among the major announcements is an increase in the pay-as-you-earn PAYE income tax threshold to $2 million. This will be phased in over 3 years, starting April 1, 2025.
Doing it this way means our hard-working taxpayers don't have to guess and spell next year or the next year or the next year if the threshold is going to increase.
The threshold was increased from 1.5 million to 1.7 million in 2024. Moving on to electricity, the government will offset the cost for house wiring and inspections in a bid to get thousands of householders legally connected to the Jamaica Public Service Company. $1 billion has been allocated to assist the first 20,000 first-time customers who sign up for the JPS prepaid service. These customers will also get $4,000 credit for electricity per month for 6 months under the government's house wiring and inspection program. This will be implemented by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF.
We know that the cost of house wiring and inspection can be prohibitive for many. And so as a caring government, we are absorbing that cost in order to begin to cauterize this massive electricity theft problem.
By incentivizing this prepaid facility, Minister Williams indicates that it will increase the uptake and put electricity in the reach of many persons. The cost to electricity theft in 2023 was over $40 billion. The government is also fulfilling its promise to reduce the GCT rate on electricity to 7% effective May 1, 2025. The current rate is 15%. It will also be eliminating the 150 kilowatt per hour threshold for postpaid residential customers.
Additionally, Madam Speaker, for those postpaid residential customers who consume 250 kilowatt hours or less, they will see a rebate of 7% and a 3% subsidy for a total of 10%.
Still on the budget, the Students' Loan Bureau, SLB, has extended its repayment period to 10 years. This applies to new students who will be starting tertiary studies in September 2025.
This government, through the Student Loan Bureau, will be offering to new students a longer repayment period of 10 years instead of the current 7 and 5 years. And the rates will remain the same, meaning the rates will not increase because the payment period has increased.
Minister Williams says the change is the first of several reforms at the agency. Further steps through the collaboration with the Caribbean Policy Research Institute, Capri, to pursue additional reforms are expected to be implemented in September 2026.
We are committed to an increase in the loan amounts that students will be able to access, and for the disbursement to include not just tuition, but also housing, books and supplies, the cost of a laptop, and a stipend for meals.
Meanwhile, the Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC, is looking to expand its products with a micro market to help micro, small and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs, raise equity capital. The micro market will cater to MSMEs earning $10 million or less than the required $50 million participating equity capital for the junior market. The initiative was proposed by the JSE.
I will move with haste to name the Technical Working Committee that will include the Companies Office of Jamaica, the Legal Fraternity, the Security Dealers Association, a member of the PSOJ, and of course, representatives from the JSC and Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. We fully expect that a fully functioning micro-market will put structure to more businesses in Jamaica for sustainability and growth and access to equity capital. We will begin these meetings of the Technical Working Committee as soon as we start the new fiscal year.
Minister Williams says 250 micro and small businesses have already been identified for listing on the new stock exchange. And finally, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says the National Housing Trust and the new social housing program will be working together to build more affordable homes for vulnerable citizens.
So we are tackling those persons who want a house but have no income, new social housing program. Those persons who are working but their income is either just above minimum wage, just below middle income, and they want affordable housing or achievable housing, we are putting that on the market.
Dr. Holness was in northwest Manchester on Friday for the handover of 3 NSHP units. Ms. Farron of Greenmount was brought to tears upon receiving her 2-bedroom unit, and the wait was over for Ms. Norma of Greenville and Mr. Williams of Prattville. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lisa Rowe. Thanks for watching.
We all play a pivotal role in proactively filling up the blood bank by donating blood, by encouraging those who can donate to do so regularly, and by offering support, whatever that looks like. So be it to retweet it, be it to ask a family member, tell a friend, to tell a friend, a co-worker, a colleague, even a stranger.
1 liter of blood can save 3 lives. You can give half of that at any of the Ministry of Health and Wellness's blood collection sites. There is no time to wait in a time of crisis where blood is needed. Every passing moment, the life of someone who needs blood hangs in the balance.
I stand here before you as a testimony of the life-saving effects of donating blood. Someone gave, that's why I am alive today.
If you are 17 to 60 years old and in good health, please give so others can live.
In a field where grease-stained hands are usually seen on men, one young woman thrives as a mechanic, proving that skill knows no gender. Up next, we meet a determined young woman steering her way in the field of mechanics.
Quite often we hear the phrase, "It's a man's world." But is it really? There are women who continue to break that stereotype and prove themselves capable in any field. Women have been shattering glass ceilings and doing jobs that are male-dominated. Kanidra Gardner is one such person who has made a name for herself in the field of auto mechanics. Even with her well-manicured nails, she's not afraid to get her hands dirty and get the job done. This story begins early in life.
So when I was younger, or from baby stage, my father is a mechanic, so being around him, growing up in the garage, he might tell me pass this, give me pass 110 spanner, give me this, that. You know, when he might go buy parts, him carry me with him. So watching him work and everything was like really it was a bonding moment, but also it was a learning moment for me as well, because that's where I got all my knowledge from.
But that was only a part of it, as Kanidra set her mind to pursue what she was passionate about.
And then when I was in primary school, they were saying that they wanted me to be a nurse. I don't want to be a nurse. No, I don't want to be a nurse. I want to be a mechanic. So when they used to dress me up in nurse outfit, go school, when I reach at school, I get one little piece of cardboard and one little piece of cartridge paper, cut it out and put mechanic and stick it, like staple it. Yeah, I used to have a grade 1 teacher, her name is Miss Hill. Anything I want to do, she made me do it. So she used to make me write the mechanic on it and she staple it for my uniform and we take a picture and yeah, I'm a mechanic in a nurse outfit.
Though she's one of a relatively small number of females in a male-dominated career, Kanidra refuses to buckle under societal pressures.
Being in a male-dominated career, it is very challenging because a lot of men, you know, when they see a woman in the mechanic shop, they're like, no, this woman never work for my car. They don't want it, but at the end of the day, sometimes we as females might know a little bit more than the average mechanic, or because we go to school for it, but if you put your mind to it, yeah, them can't say anything.
When asked, if not mechanic, what other career option would you choose? This was what she had to say.
That's a very tricky question. If it was not mechanics, maybe my mother would have her way and would have become a nurse. Or, I don't know, I don't see myself in no other career section or anything. If I'm not a mechanic, then I really don't know what else it's going to be.
Her motivation is just knowing that better days are ahead. As with any other career, getting ahead in the auto mechanics field is a continuous learning process. With sound advice from her father to be open to learning something new every day, Kanidra urges others to do the same.
Don't be stuck up and saying, I know everything and I don't need nobody to tell me nothing. No, that's not how it works. You have to be open to learning from other people who has been there, who has gone through worse in the mechanics field.
With all the challenges she's faced being one of a few women in a field dominated by men, the 5'3" mechanic is moving forward with the support of her father, who has been with her every step of the way.
I can't say I've overcome it, but I work with my father, as everybody knows, and he has the strength. So with things like when we can't pull, sometimes he will help me and him say, all right, I'm not helping no further. So I just crack it a little bit and then I take it from there. So.
While she continues her journey of doing what she loves, she has this to say.
To a female who wants to enter the mechanical aspect, the only thing I can tell you is hold up your head. Believe in yourself. Do it for you, not for others. But make sure you're learning and you're not mash up nobody's vehicle. Yeah.
We see where people often use social media to highlight negativity. But what about those who use it as a tool to uplift and to help others? Or those who use it to market themselves and their businesses? Well, Farmer Cleo did just that. We hear from him next.
You know, we have a little hospital coop basically for the chickens that, you know, don't look so promising. My uncle Raymond, he's a big poultry farmer because of social media. It's the new marketing tool basically. Hi, my name is Cleo Jones and this is my story. I'm a 21-year-old poultry farmer. Started farming about 4 or 5 months ago. Went viral on TikTok, and ever since the poultry business has been booming for me. I started with only 100 chickens, and right now on the farm collectively me and my uncle have about 4,000 chickens, including layers.
Cleo come by my farm and his man and mother and he said, "Mommy, I love farming." And I said, "Okay, bring him over and I teach him." how to farm, and so him started out.
When I just started poultry farming, the big question was, how am I going to be different? You know, I didn't just want to walk into a restaurant and say, can I speak to the owner? Hey, you know, some race fowl. I didn't just want to do that. You know, I wanted to market it in a way that I separated myself from other poultry farmers, you know, made my brand different. And something just came to my mind that, hey, you're good at, you know, music, you're good at writing songs, poems. Why not infuse that creativity into the business, you know, spread it on different social platforms and see what could happen. That's what I did, and it worked. Okay, you want a song? All right, so. If education are the key, ambition are the locksmith. First batch sold off is another batch. This to the profit like gymnasts, make you back flip back that again till you see a fat brick. We supply wings and legs and hip for the curry and fry and jerk man grill link. If you know smarty with the chicken and chips, big up Damien and the whole chicken and things. High pro feed, make your birds active. Youth start farming and make a million quick. The reason why I decided to go into poultry is because Corona taught me one of the most important business lessons, and that is essential business is the most important. So most of my customers that, you know, order chickens from me, they do it via social media because, you know, social media, it's the new marketing tool. It's not a case where I have to bring them on the farm. I just, you know, need the address to have it delivered to them. You know, most of the times I'm busy, so I don't do the delivery, but, you know, I have the courier that does the delivery for them. So I get the order, basically open the deep freeze, you know, weigh the chickens that are already harvested, you know, and send it off to the restaurant, to the wholesale, to the cook shop, the household, wherever. What we do, we go to a super center, you know, we pick up the baby chickens from the hatchery, you know, fresh out the eggs and everything. We transport them here on the farm. We have 2 coops that we use as the nursery coop, basically, because those coops contains the heat bulbs and, you know, the required facility to basically nurture those baby chicks. Then after that we transport them to the big coop. And we basically feed them for 6 weeks, take care of them until they're ready to be harvested.
What I do, I actually build about 6 huge concrete tanks and harvest rainwater and treat it. So wherever time already I use that for the chicken, for the pig and for the goat. So I don't buy a lot of water. I've actually calculated 9 months of rainfall water. So that means if I have drought for 9 months, I can supply myself for 9 months with water.
Jamaica is basically importing a lot of things that, you know, we have the potential to grow. I would advise a lot of youths to jump into farming. You know, it's profitable. There's a great demand for it, so, you know, you just want to market your stuff the right way. So yeah, I would definitely encourage, you know, everybody to build a fowl coop, plant some cabbage, plant something, grow something. Now that you see what I'm doing, you can join in on this too. Stop farm fool, farm fowl.
Social media is fun,
but it can also be unsafe.
To ensure our safety, we need to be smart. That's right. The first thing to know is that being on social media carries certain risks. So, being a smarty pants on these platforms will work in your favor.
Here are a few tips to keep in mind. Be careful about what you share. Know your audience by limiting who can see your posts. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Meeting people online can be exciting, but always stay cautious. Beware of catfishing.
To learn more about how to stay safe online, visit the Office of the Children's Advocate at www.welcome.oca.gov.jm.
Teachers, parents, and children alike,
Stay smart, stay safe.
She's never afraid to get her hands dirty. Female farmer Marilyn McAnuff has spent years balancing the demands of farming with her other responsibilities, proving that hard work and determination yield more than just crops. They build a fulfilling life.
Farming is a good thing. We have to farm to feed ourselves, yes? Because the money that is going out of the country can stay in the country and develop the country more. Hello, my name is Marilyn McAnuff, living in Tupper Hill, Rockall, St. Andrew.
Miss McAnuff is a woman who understands the ins and outs of growing crops and rearing animals, skills she developed from an early age.
I came from a farming background. As a child, I would see the little tomato, sucker them, and I will take them up and start doing my own farming.
Life then called for the mandatory survival course, and so she joined the regular 9-to-5 to make ends meet. But the love of farming did not leave her.
I was working at Church's Credit Union, now First Heritage Credit Union, where I used to farm in my spare time until I met Mr. Vincent McAnuff. Met him August 2000. We got married January 2001.
With Mr. McAnuff's background in farming as their foundation, the couple would set out to St. Ann, where they cultivated cabbage and yams.
But the marriage cut short because he died 2003. So I came home back, not having a husband, not having a job, don't decide to go back in the office. I just took up my cutlass, my hoe, and my fork, and I sat back on the land that I was working on.
And up sprung a little sweet pepper, papaya, and string bean, which led to much more.
Now I have corn, celery, yam, sweet potato, cocoa, dasheen, just name it.
Being a pastor for several churches, Ms. McAnuff says she owes it all to God. She creates a daily routine to ensure everything is on schedule.
When I get up in the morning, I do my prayer and then I sit to the field because sometimes the sun is very hot. So when you come out in the cool of the morning, you can work with my church. Of course, I preach at 6 churches. And I have to attend a meeting, I have to attend funeral and all of those, and to go to the market on a Friday.
As a woman in farming, the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, noticed her efforts to contribute to Jamaica's food production.
Because of my dedication in farming, and they came and they saw the things that I'm doing. And for one, I can tell you, RADA support me a whole lot. Recently, I received a catchment tank up there from RADA, 1,000 gallons. So I just reap between 900 to 1,000 pound weight of Irish potatoes. And those seeds were given to me by RADA. Even those corn down there, RADA. I have a big pack of carrot seed at home, RADA. There's a bed up there with some sweet pepper sucker as well. I got them from RADA. They always come and give me my seed, fertilizer, sprays.
Agriculture is one of the main drivers of economic growth in Jamaica, earning foreign exchange and creating jobs. Our women are a part of that story, helping to grow the sector and secure Jamaica's food security.
From farming, fisheries, research and development to veterinary medicine, agro-processing, policy development, agribusiness, and other areas, women have taken up the mantle to lead in their respective roles. To support women farmers, we have also made access to the agricultural land a priority for women through the Agro Investment Corporation, AIC, where 20% of all government-owned lands are allocated to youth, including women ages 17 to 35 for agribusiness projects.
And to all Jamaicans, Madam Speaker, we say, let us remain focused and committed to building on the foundation that we now have so that we can establish truly a strong, sustainable and resilient agriculture and fisheries sector going forward.
Now, I am going to continue.
If you're considering starting your own farm but aren't sure where to begin, we have a game plan for you. First, avoid planting too many crops at once.
Simple put, don't bite off more than you can chew.
You don't want to plant your crop and then struggle to care for and preserve it. Therefore, get in touch with your local extension officer since they can give you the technical guidance you need to have a successful crop life. While your extension officer is on hand to help you through the process, you, the farmer, will have to bear some of the responsibility in the cultivation and the production of your crop, like having the proper land tenure, whether through leasing or ownership. Appropriate property access is key, and store your products properly, ensuring tools, pesticides, and fertilizers are kept in different areas. Also, there are several pertinent questions to ask yourself. Do you have the right equipment and tools for the purpose of cultivation? What about cash flow to take care of the crop from planting to harvesting? Okay, that's covered. Do you have access to labor, proper restroom, and first aid facilities for your workers?
For the new farmers who have not started planters in, we are encouraging you to get registered at our RADA offices and get on board because we need your input.
We're at the end of today's show, but be sure to join us again tomorrow for another lineup geared towards providing you with information on the government's policies and initiatives for building a better Jamaica. You may visit our website, jis.gov.jm, to rewatch this show or to catch up on the others we have on the site. I'm Theodore Henry, telling you thanks for watching from our production team here at the JIS.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.